Have you ever wondered what it truly means to be a hero in everyday life? Let's take a moment to consider what that might look like. We often equate heroism to grand gestures, dramatic acts of bravery that stand out in a crowd. Yet, isn't it possible that heroism can be found in the quiet corners of our everyday routine? It's in the small acts of kindness, the courage to step up when needed, the resilience to keep going even when the going gets tough. Today, we're going to delve into the fascinating world of unsung heroes, those who don't wear capes or have superpowers, but instead drive our school buses and keep our children safe. We're going to share a tale that might seem ordinary at first, but as it unfolds, you'll realize that it's a story of extraordinary courage and resilience. Well, today we're going to share a story that might just change your perception of who a hero can be. Meet James, a humble school bus driver who is loved by all his passengers. With a heart as big as the bus he drives, James is not just a man behind the wheel. He is a friend, a confidant, a beacon of safety in the early morning fog and the late afternoon sun. Every morning, James greets each student with a warm smile, remembering not just their names, but their stories. And it's not just about driving them to school. It's about asking them about their soccer games, their science projects, their dreams, and their fears. It's about making sure that every single one of them feels seen, heard, and valued. The students aren't the only ones who hold James in high regard. School staff, from the principal to the janitors, share their admiration for this unassuming hero. The school secretary, Mrs. Johnson, praises James for his punctuality and his patience. The school principal, Mr. Peterson, commends him for his dedication and commitment for always going the extra mile, figuratively and literally. James is the kind of man who would lend you his umbrella in a rainstorm, even if it meant he got wet. He's the kind of man who would remember your birthday and greet you with a cupcake. He's the kind of man who every day turns an ordinary school bus ride into an extraordinary journey of friendship, compassion, and kindness. But there's more to James than meets the eye. Behind his humble demeanor and infectious laugh lies a hero, a guardian of the school community. He doesn't wear a cape or a mask. He doesn't have superpowers. He doesn't scale buildings or fight villains. He's just James, the school bus driver. But what they didn't know was that James was not just a bus driver, but a hero in disguise. One typical day, James's quick thinking and bravery turned him into an unexpected hero. Picture this: it was a regular Tuesday morning. The sun was shining, birds were chirping, and James was behind the wheel of his yellow school bus, just like every other day. He had just picked up the last of his precious cargo, a group of lively elementary school children, and they were chatting and laughing, their youthful energy filling the bus. Then, out of nowhere, a truck swerved into their lane. The driver had lost control and was heading straight for them. But amidst the sudden chaos and panic, James was a beacon of calm. His years of experience, his countless hours on the road had prepared him for this moment. With only seconds to spare, he did the unthinkable. He swerved the bus, masterfully maneuvering it onto the narrow shoulder of the road. The truck whizzed past them, missing the bus by mere inches. The children, though shaken, were unharmed. The danger had passed, the crisis averted, all thanks to James's quick thinking and swift action. But James didn't stop there. He checked on every single child, ensuring they were okay. He called the authorities, reported the incident, and even comforted the children with a calm and soothing voice, turning what could have been a traumatic experience into a life lesson about the importance of safety and the power of quick thinking. James, in that moment, became more than just a bus driver. He became a guardian, a protector, a hero. He showed us that heroism isn't about wearing a cape or having superpowers. It's about stepping up when it matters, about doing what's right, even when it's hard, even when it's unexpected. And so, on that typical Tuesday morning, James' quick thinking and bravery turned him into an unexpected hero. He didn't just drive the children to school that day, he saved their lives. James, in that moment, went from being a beloved bus driver to a lifesaver. Little did James know, his actions that day would not go unnoticed. In the days following the incident, whispers of James's heroism started to ripple through the school and the community. The children who rode his bus every day, they began to see him in a new light. He wasn't just the friendly face who greeted them each morning, but a guardian who had ensured their safety when it mattered the most. As word spread, the school administration began to recognize the magnitude of James's actions. they realized that his quick thinking and bravery had averted a potential tragedy. The school decided to honor James in a special assembly, a gathering of students, teachers, and administrators. There, the principal, with a voice full of gratitude, praised James's heroism and presented him with a plaque of recognition. The parents of the children, they too, showered James with gratitude. Many wrote heartfelt letters, expressing their deepest thanks for keeping their children safe. One parent wrote, "Our children are the most precious things to us, and knowing that they are in good hands during their journey to and from school is a great comfort." The community surrounding the school, the people who saw James drive by every day, they also rallied around him. At a community gathering, the mayor, representing the grateful city, awarded James with a key to the city, a symbol of their appreciation for his heroic act. The local newspaper ran a feature story on him, highlighting his bravery and selflessness. Everywhere he went, James was greeted with smiles and nods of respect. He had become more than just a familiar face. He was a symbol of courage and a beacon of hope for the community. People often say that heroes don't always wear capes, and in this case, they were right. James, with his bus driver's uniform and humble demeanor, had proven that heroes can indeed be found in the most ordinary places and in the most ordinary people. To them, James was no longer just a bus driver, he was their hero. So, what does it mean to be a hero in everyday life? It's not about wearing capes or having superpowers. It's about ordinary people like our school bus driver James, who step up when the unexpected happens. Everyday heroes are those who transform ordinary moments into extraordinary ones by choosing courage over fear, kindness over indifference. They're the ones who prove that bravery doesn't always involve grand gestures. Sometimes it's simply about making the right choice at the right time. James's story is a testament to this. His quick thinking and selfless actions on that fateful day saved lives. But more than that, he reminded us of the immense power of the human spirit. He showed us that anyone, anywhere, can make a difference, if they choose to. In a world where we often feel powerless, stories like James's inspire us to believe in our own potential to affect change. Perhaps heroes are just ordinary people who make the choice to do extraordinary things.